it's an exciting mindset actually that you look forward to the future, look forward to the challenges of the future. And the challenges are not easy to come by. The challenges are not easy to conquer because it takes more than just wishful thinking to hurdle all of these challenges. It takes a lot of work, hard work, a lot of sacrifice, and maybe most of all, willpower. You need the willpower to be able to conquer the challenges of the future. In your new job, it would be one, to serve our clients from the general public who do not have the funds to sustain any case. But you will get all they always say, the training. And I always say to all those new lawyers who come before me, join the PAO. It is the place to be. It is the place to learn. It is the place to get your feet wet. And it is actually the best training ground in this country, bar none, bar none. Nung ako'y pumasa ng bar, may asawa na kasi ako, maaga ako nag-asawa. Ako'y nag-asawa as a pre-law student. I was fourth year college. I had a child at the age of 20. I got married at the age of 21. And I entered the College of Law at the age of 22. So I was very much a hungry lawyer when I passed the bar. Hungry because I was under the tutelage of my father. I was living on an allowance with 2 children at that time. So I had to decide on what my future would be like. And I couldn't join a prestigious law firm. I had invitations, of course, but I couldn't join a prestigious law firm because I thought that I would just be exploited. The exploitation would be something that would give me some misery because I knew that with the skills that I had, I would make a lot of money for the firms that I would join. So there and then, before I could decide on really what to do, a person I had helped as a law student, like legal aid, but a friend of my father's who needed help at that time when I was a law student, offered to me an office for him for my own use. And from there I started from scratch, with nothing. And that was not very easy, but I had a mentor at that time, a mentor that you've read in your cases when you were studying your law, one of the premier people in environmental law, Attorney Antonio Oposa. Attorney Antonio Oposa. He mentored me through law practice. And of course, it helped that he was married to my sister, to my older sister. Bayaw ko si Tony Oposa. And in the family at the time was another budding lawyer and also now a very famous litigator. And probably you've read about in your younger years as teenagers or maybe as children when you had the first inkling that you wanted to be lawyers. The other guy who I was always with was Attorney Siegfried Fortun. Attorney Siegfried Fortun, one of the best litigation lawyers in the country. He's also married to another sister of mine. And of course, my father was also a lawyer. He passed away in 2014. He was number 4 in the Philippine Bar, one of the best students of his time in the University of the Philippines. And he also taught me a lot of law. Even for the bar, he gave me some tips on what the mindset should be when you take the bar exam. And so I was lucky to grow up in that kind of atmosphere and to grow into it as a law student because I would be sitting with them on at least once a month on a birthday celebration. And I would be sitting with them trying to imbibe some wisdom of the lawyers who they were at that time. But at that time, they were both working for Sisip Salazar. That's why Sisip Salazar, Hernandez, Gatmaitan. That's why I knew, and I still know, how it is to be exploited by the big law offices. That's why you made the right decision, because the public attorney's office is the place where you will have direct access to your client, where you will get mentoring from the older lawyers, where the fiscals are kind to you because most of them came from the public attorney's office, and where the judges appreciate your presence, because there's nothing like a person giving his time and youth to attending to cases of the poor and destitute. Talagang kakaiba po yan. And for that, I really admire the public attorney's office, and I consider the public attorney's office as one of the pillars of the Philippine justice system. Truth to speak, isa tayo sa mga pillars ng Philippine justice system. Di ba? Para tayong isang paa ng judiciary. We're like one leg of the judiciary. And many cases would not follow, would not be called and then be heard on trial if there are no public attorneys to attend to the cases, to represent the poor, the needy, the destitute, and sometimes the hopeless. And we inject hope into the lives of these people who come to court feeling poor, feeling helpless, not knowing where everything will lead them, nothing except that you guys are there to attend to their needs. Mahirap na trabaho po yan because many a time, kayo pahihingan ng pamasahe. Di ba? Pabisa-misa naman, bibigyan naman kayo ng manok na buhay. Kaya masaya rin, di ba? And dinaanan ko rin po yan because I acted as pro bono lawyer for at least 10 years in the province of Cavite. Pag meron pong mga kasong kaya ko hong bigyan ng oras, binibigyan ko ng oras as pro bono, and ina-appoint pa ako ng mga judge as pro bono lawyer. The officio, counsel de officio. And it's a it's actually one of the most invigorating experiences of all. And my first victory as a pro bono lawyer, I mean, he was not a man of... May kaya naman siya, yung naging kliyente kong yun. But as a young lawyer, one of the best cases I attended to, I was, I think, 2 or 3 years into practice, was a double murder case with illegal possession of firearms. And of course, I practiced what I had learned from theory. Immediately into practice, I filed a petition for bail. And that is where I really got my feet wet, trying to look into the evidence of the prosecution and making sure that I would be able to pass the test of having bail being given to my client. It's very exciting. If you're new in the field, this is one of the most exciting jobs that you can have. But you should really prepare yourself psychologically and emotionally because it can be a roller coaster ride. One good moment will not always lead to a good one also the next time. But you just have to labor through and just plod through the difficulties that are there before a new practicing lawyer charged with helping those who the needy in society. Kaya very ideal. Now, this phenomenon of 500 new lawyers together in one law firm. This is the biggest law firm in the country. That is it's a phenomenon because, truth to tell, bakit 500 kayo ngayon tatanggapin? At every year, halos at least 300 new lawyers have to go into the PAW. Paano mauubos yan? Kasi ang pinangkukunan po ng prosecution service ng Department of Justice dito rin. You are still the recruitable. Kayo talaga yung gustong i-recruit kasi nahasa na kayo di ba? Nahasa na. But of course, it doesn't mean that after 2 years, nahasa ka na kung hindi ka nagsipag. Talagang kailangan sipagan nyo. kailangan ibigay nyo yung sarili. You really have to give much of yourself to this job. And of course, the stress can be something else. I've done litigation with lunch at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's not easy. You have to prepare yourself. That's why, if I were to give you a piece of advice, I mean, to all of you, everybody, keep fit, exercise every day, find the time, find the discipline that you will like, because you will have to be fit for your job. A healthy physique will always bring you places. It will always keep you intact for the grind of, the grind can start anytime from 4 to 5 a.m. to 8, 9, 10 p.m. And if you're not fit, you're not going to last. Magkakasakit kayo, masisira loob nyo. Kapag mahina ang katawan, madaling masira ang kalooban. Madaling masira ang loob. So exciting, no? It's really exciting. There'll be good drinking sessions together. There'll be hangovers during hearings. But make sure that you are prepared for every hearing. Never come to a hearing unprepared. Yun lang yun. Kasi you have to be ready. Kaya kung iinom ka, dapat magulang ka, nagawa mo na yung trabaho mo. Hindi ka na nagwo-worry. At pangalawa, dapat marunong ka magpaalam na uuwi ka na. Di ba? Huwag ka magpapabuyo na i-hold ka nila hanggang alas 2 ng umaga. Tapos alas 5, gigising ka. May ala ka pa, nasa korte ka na. May maraming taong gano'n. Marami. A lot of people. I've experienced going to court with people who had bloodshot eyes and alcohol breath. And I didn't envy them. Because sabi ko nga, itong legal law practice, gulangan to. Dapat dito fit ka. Dapat dito marunong kang tumakas kung tatakas ka. Diba? Ang tawag namin doon, simplidor. Pero hindi naman kailangan eh. Basta you put in the rules that you will live with. Dapat kasi you should have a healthy social life eh. It's a balance of everything actually that we all need as lawyers. So that we can be happy, normal, and at the same time, we have the vigor and the enthusiasm for the jobs that we hold. Diba? Kaya, welcome to the exciting life of a PAW lawyer. Diba? And you will have your mentors everywhere. But the best mentor is here in this table. No? Silang tatlo. They're the best mentors that there can be. And of course, the organization is very complete throughout the whole country. Sabi ko nga, this is the biggest law office in the country. And as the Secretary of Justice, isa muna hiningi ko kay Attorney Acosta, kay Chief Public Attorney Persida Acosta. Tulungan lang ang ating department na i-decongest ang mga jail. Kasi talagang sa detention facilities, umaabot ng 600% ang congestion rate. Sa Bucor, umaabot ng 350% ang congestion rate. And that's very inhuman. Kaya ang lagi naming hiling, sinasabi ko nga ang hawak ng DOJ, Bucor. Hindi natin hawak ang BJMP. Pero lahat na nakakulong doon ay dahil pinoprosecute sila. May kaso sila sa Department of Justice, di ba? Kaya ang papel ng Chief Public Attorney is really to be the heart of the DOJ. Kayo po ang puso ng Department of Justice. You should not be afraid to ask questions. No? One of the biggest skills that you have in your field, in the field of being a public attorney, is to ask questions. Always be inquisitive about the lives of people. You should not be afraid to learn, or nor should be afraid to ask questions, because that's where wisdom lies. When we learn to listen to everybody, andun po yung wisdom talaga. And the questions we should be asked on why some people stay in jail longer than the others, why some people stay in jail in spite of the fact that they didn't really commit a serious breach of the law. That's why this job as being Secretary of Justice, has sent me to a tailspin, thinking about what possible things we can do to improve the system. And we're doing it right now. We're drafting new rules on the case build-up. We're drafting new rules on preliminary investigation. We're asking the Supreme Court to take it out of the rules of court and give it just to the Department of Justice to conduct criminal investigations, prosecutorial investigations, so that we will have the balance. We will really have the independence from the judiciary. Ano yun eh? Pag nakita mo yung preliminary investigation na nasa loob ng rules of court, dapat tanongin mo, ba't dito yung Rule 112? That's why we are asking that. We're trying to work our way out of it so that we can really have an efficient prosecution system, so that there will be no flimsy cases filed. All cases filed will have the evidentiary value needed to convict each and every person accused of a crime. Which means not all cases will be filed. Diba? Kaya punong-puno yung kulungan, minsan, pag ang pulis nag-file ng case sa fiscal, tapos kulang-kulang ang evidence, pero nagka-problema dyan sa drug war. Diba? Sa drug war, nagka-problema. Yan talaga, alam ng mga public attorneys yan. Ang dami nagkakaso na talagang walang kasalanan. Tapos nakulong. Tapos hindi makalabas. Tapos nag-plead ng guilty dahil pag sila yung nag-plead ng guilty, pwede na silang palabasin sa kulungan. Wala silang choice. That's why we have to change the way the law is implemented. Dapat talaga maging activist tayo. And we call it prosecutorial activism. And sa inyo naman, you have to really be immersed and involved with your clients, and you really have to look at the legal system. You're in the best position to judge what's happening to the legal system as public attorneys. Kayo po ang talagang paggagalingan ng karamihan ng pagbabago. And many of the views we get are those who came from the public attorney's office, who became prosecutors, and who became judges. That's the usual That's the usual path that's usually how we measure legal success. Sa marami ho tayong mga abogado, di ba? Pag sila po yung naging judge, nanggaling sila sa pagiging piskal, nanggaling sila sa public attorney's office. That is actually that's the standard that's followed by a lot of people to be a successful lawyer. So, sa inyong lahat, no? Ang new lawyers, 137. Sino dito ang bagong pasalang sa bar? Taas ang kamay. Taas ang kamay. Swerte nyo. Di ba? Well, hindi lang swerte yan. Talagang pinagpala talaga kayo na ma-tsempo sa inyo itong panahon na to. Nung kami noon kumuha ng bar 1987, kasabay ko si Justice Leonen. He was my batchmate and a classmate in some subjects. 17% passed the bar nung panahon namin, no? Parang 480. 480 ba? 480 out of 2,600. Yun ang pumasa sa amin nung panahon na yun. Talagang, that was a ringer. That was really difficult. No? Pero anyway, daming new lawyers at marami namang nandito na may experience na rin, di ba? At least you had 1 or 2 years outside. Okay to, you're doing the right thing. I'm very happy that you guys are here. And of course, I'm happy because you will be helping the Department of Justice. Kayo po ang talagang nandun para to give justice a very humane face in our society. Alagaan natin ang mga indigents, alagaan natin ang mga nakakulong. Kung pwede, ilabas natin sila. Kung kaya, hanapan natin ng paraan na hindi sila makulong. Yun po ang pinakamahalagang bilin ko sa inyo. The time that we know that we have been successful in the Department of Justice, in the department, is when we know that there are idle judges, or judges who have leisure time. When there are fiscals who have leisure time, when the jails are not full, then we know the Department of Justice is already successful. Kaya sa inyong lahat, congratulations on your decision to join the Public Attorney's Office, and I hope to see you around. Pag ako nagpupunta kami ni Ma'am Persida, pag nagpupunta kami sa Bilibid, ang sinasabi ko sa mga tao doon, pag nagpapakawala kami, I hope never to see you again. Di ba? Kasi nakakulong yun di ba? Baka makita natin ulit, nakakulong na naman, di ba? Pero sa inyo, sa new public attorneys, hope to see you around. Ha? Kagalingan nyo. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Secretary of Justice, Jesus Crispin Boying Katibayan Remulla. We'll have a photo opportunity with the Honorable Secretary of Justice.
Yung unang-una yung sa dulo. Per line, bali 5 batches, no?
We have 5 batches. Una po yung sa dulo. Tatayo, ma'am.
Dito.
Dito sa harap. So, this row first. Please go here fast. Thank you. Dito po. Manipis. Okay, come on. Sir, please. Go your knees. Ayan. Pwede ho kayong pupunta sa likod, yung mga matangkad po. Thank you. Please find your height. Yan. Compress, please. Thank you. Ayan. Pwede ho iba sa ibaba. Ay, hindi, kaya naman. Kaya na. Sir, sa gilid doon.
Pwede.
Kaya. Tanggal siya yung safe na.
Thank you. Please exit properly. Next batch po. Tayo na. Thank you. Dito tayo. Dito tayo dumaan. Dito, para palabas sila doon. Okay. Dito. Ayan, para pag... Pastor, please. Thank you. Thank you po, mga attorneys. Ayan. Sige po, forward. Ayan. Punta ho sa likod yung mga iba. Punta sa likod yung iba. Attorneys, mga... Ayan. Dito tayo. Taas sa likod po.
Hindi kaya ang height.
Compress po tayo. Hanggang dito na po. Ayan, dito tayo. Ayan.
Pinto to. Dito. Pinto.
Makita.
Letter C. Ayan, urong. Thank you. Pwede na. Okay. Ready? Video. Thank you. Dito po exit. Dito tayo. Stand up po. Thank you. Dito tayo mag-start. Sa left, thank you. Please find your places according to your height. Thank you. Faster po.
Gusto mo dito?
Okay. Okay. Okay na po. Basta na. Bilis.
May
Sa
malasakit
likod po. Sa likod.
sa tuwina,
Thank you.
may tapang para sa hustisya.
Press din po tayo. Press.
Pilipinas, Pilipinas, isulong magandang bukas. Kahirapan ay magwawakas upang kaunlaran. Malasang Pilipinas, isulong ang magandang bukas.
Video. Pwede daw pong gumalaw. Mag-hi kayo.
Alright.
Thank you. Hi, please stand up.
Makakasama sa misyong pangarap ng masa, walang uurong maiiwan, lahat tayo ay sasagana.
Halina at magkaisa na, kapit kamay tayo, lahat na mahalin.
Kaya na kay ganda, hanggang wakas ay sama-sama. Pilipinas, Pilipinas, isulong magandang bukas. Kahirapan ay magwawakas upang kaunlaran ay malasang Pilipinas, isulong ang magandang bukas. Magandang bukas.
Ready.
Magandang bukas.
One, two. Video, pwede po galaw, galaw. Pwede mag-hi, mag-finger heart.
Sino pa nga ba, mayang Pilipinas, magkaganda
Hi, thank you. Thank you po. Next po. Thank you.
at kakalinga. Kailangan may manguna katulad mo,
Please po. Thank you.
kahit na mag-isa.
May malasakit sa tuwina, may tapang para sa hustisya. Pilipinas, Pilipinas, Isulong magandang bukas, kahirapan ay magwawakas upang kaunlaray malasang Pilipinas. Isulong ang magandang bukas. Mangunguna, makakasama sa misyong pangarap ng masa. Walang urong maiiwan, lahat tayo ay sasagana.
Halina at magkaisa na, kapit kamay tayo.
Ready? 1, 2.
Bayan na kay ganda, hanggang wakas ay sama-sama.
Video, pwede daw po wala.
Pilipinas, isulong magandang bukas, kahirapan ay magwawakas.
Thank you so much. Yan. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Secretary of Justice, Jesus Boying Rimulya.
Magandang bukas, magandang bukas.
Hindi tayo, sino pang mga
Thank you so much.